In this video lecture, we are going to learn about how can you blend the images using Photoshop. So blending is a very common action when you want to combine multiple images into one and still make sure that that image appears as a very smooth image. So here is an example of a dragon image and a mountain image, and the output after blending appears like a one smooth image where the dragon image is blending into the mountain image using the gradients. And one important thing to achieve this effect is using gradients in Photoshop. So let's see how can we do that using in Photoshop in action. So I have Photoshop open on my machine, and what I want to do is I have a couple of images, the image of this dragon and the image of a mountain with a river flowing through it. I just want to combine and blend the images so that they appear as one smooth image. So what I'm going to do is, first I'm going to create a blank Photoshop document. I'm just going to select default, done. And now let's save this as blending.pst. Okay, now what I'm going to do is I want to open those two images which I want to blend. So I'm going to just click on open. I'm going to select this dragon image, hold control key and select this. Okay, dragon image, hold shift key and also select the mountains to image so that it will load. Okay, now we need to bring all those images into one document. So to make that easy, let's first tile all the windows. So you can do that by going to window, arrange and tile, right? So these windows appear side by side, and I want to bring the dragon image and this mountains image into this and blending.pst, right? So to do that, we select a move tool first here on the top left. Then I'm going to select this dragon image. I'm going to hold down the shift key and drag the image with using the mouse. Okay, I'm going to do same thing for a mountains image. Click on the image first, hold down shift key and drag with mouse. Okay, so we have all the images now into this blending.pst. So we don't need this dragon.jpg and mountains.jpg. We can just remove, and you can see all those images are appearing as nice layer, which are basically nothing but those are just stacked one above another. To see that, so this is a mountain layer at the top, then this is a dragon layer, right? You can toggle the visibility and see, and the bottommost layer is background layer. Now I wanted to select another mountain image, not this mountain, so I'm going to delete that. And let's bring in the other mountains image. So I will open that. I want to get this mountain, and let me again tile the windows and blending that, arrange, tile, click on this mountain, hold down shift key and drag it. Okay, and then close this. So now you see you have this mountain. Let's rename this as mountain layer on the top, and this is a dragon layer at the bottom, and the last one is a background layer. We can keep it invisible for now. I'm going to drag down the mountain view below dragon. I want to make sure dragon is at the top, and I want to move dragon image to the left. Okay, now you can see this is the dragon image. You can toggle the visibility by clicking this eye icon. You can see the mountain image underneath it. Now I want to blend this image. So to do that, I'm just going to make the dragon image visible again. I'm going to add a mask to this dragon so that I can control the portion of the image using that mask. So to do that, I am selecting the dragon layer, and then there is a add layer mask here, and when I click on it, it's going to add a layer mask layer to the dragon, which is indicated by this white icon here. So basically the white means by default it reveals all part of the image, okay, and as you paint with black, it's going to hide the part of this image and it will reveal the background image. Okay, let's see that in action. So how we can blend the images. So with this layers mask selected, I am going to select the gradient tool, okay, and then once I select this, there are other sub menus appear here, and we want to paint from white to black, okay, because what we want to do is we want to keep the dragon visible, but rest of the part which is all there in orange, I want to start mountain appearing in that image. So we are selecting a linear gradient which is appear by default, which will have this gradient effect in the linear fashion from left to the right. Okay, so to have that action, so you can select anywhere in this dragon image from where you want to start the effect. Let's say I want to select here. You click the mouse and then drag it until you want the mountain effect. I'm going to drag it all the way to the right and release the mouse. So now you see how the image is getting dragged from left to right. So let's understand what is happening. So as you can see, this mask, I'm going to hit Alt and click on this mouse so that you can see mask in the bigger picture. So as you can see, it's white on the left, which means it's going to show the part of the dragon image which is on top as it is. But as you move to the right, it will color the image, it will color the mask from gray shade all the way it turns to the black, which means as the mask turns from gray to black, it will start revealing the part of the background image which is the mountain in this particular case. Okay, I'm going to hit Alt and enter again, so it's going to reveal this. So now you can see the image are blend nicely. So you can control this blending. So if you want to say, if you want to fine tune it, hit Ctrl Z so that you can start from the beginning, and you can control anywhere you want from. Let's say if you want to control from this part all the way to this, you can do that. You want to do it from here, you can do that as well. If you want to do it a little bit from here, you can do that as well. So this is about the linear gradient. Let's try some other gradients. I'm going to hit Ctrl Z. So this is a radial gradient, which means it can it's appear like a circular effect. So I'm going to start here and then let's say draw in this direction. So you can see it's radial, right? From the center it has the maximum opaqueness, and it starts getting more transparent as you move away from the center, right? So this looks really good, right? So let's try some other effect. This is angle gradient. Let's keep, you can just keep playing with it. What happens if you do this? So this is the effect with the angle gradient, and this is also a mirror reflector gradient. This is one of my favorite. So this is looks like a mirror image. So if I try this from here to here, so as you can see, it looks like a mirror reflected image. Okay, and then you can also keep playing with this diamond gradient. Let's just try it. So this is the diamond gradient, right? But my favorite is going back to the circular gradient, and let's try this. This looks to me a much better effect for the blending. Oh, we see some gap here. It doesn't look natural. I'm going to go back. Yeah, this looks much better. Okay, so let's try redial again. The mask seems to be gone. I'm going to add it back. Okay, and let's select, I'm going to move the mouse back here, image back here, and then let's try our gradient again. Start from the center, go all the way here, You just need to make sure when you're drawing the gradient, the mask is selected and not the image. You also see a link with this particular in between the image and mask. That is to control where you want to move the image and mask together. Let's set the right this mask first. It still doesn't appear properly. Maybe we should select linear gradient. Yeah, it looks much more natural now. And maybe you can start from the little bit of left. Yeah, it looks much more natural. So this is my final image. You can also move the image and mask independently by unlinking this. And if you just click on the image, you can select the move button, and then you can move the image independent of the mask, or you can also move mask independent of the image. Right? So that's how you control it. Let me add the link back, and now you can save this image. You can export it. You can export it as a PNG, or you can export as JPEG. There are lots of options, as you can see in the save as box. So you can export this as a GIF, or you can export it as a JPEG. I'm going to select as JPEG. You can select width, height, and scale, and the canvas size as well. And then you can export. I'm just going to export to desktop, save it. Okay. And then if you go to my desktop, I should see it here. This is the image. So this is the JPEG image which shows a nice blending of a dragon image on the mountainside, and you can just share on your social network, or you can use it in your creative campaign with the Photoshop. So that's how you create blending. Really nice effect for combining images.